property at any time can be very overwhelming, and Mirvac wants your experience to be as smooth as possible. Mirvac would normally hold a physical event at our head office to take you through the steps involved in settling your new home at Pavilions. However, given the changing world, we are taking advantage of the technology available, and we are holding our Pavilions Settlement Information Session virtually. We've put together this informational video so you can personally experience the Mirvac settlement process and hear from the expert team delivering your new home at Pavilions. Hi, I'm Mary Botto, and I'm from the New South Wales Customer Relationship and Settlement Team. In this short video, you will hear from our Senior Development Manager, Stephen D. Pasquale, who will provide you with an informative project update. You will then meet the construction team building your new home at Pavilions. And lastly, I will take you through all the steps involved in the settlement process. Here's Stephen from the development team.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Stephen T. Pasquale, and I have over 20 years experience in the construction and development industry. I'm proud to say I'm the Senior Development Manager for this iconic project, Pavilions. Pavilions has been my life for the past 3 years. I've personally watched this development grow from a void space in the ground to this architecturally designed masterpiece. What we do at Mirvac is not only design and construct apartments to an extremely high standard, we also create a community with every development we build. I'm proud to say Pavilions is no different. At Pavilions, we have created Mirvac's largest ever landscape podium. Within this area, there will be a ground plane of over 4,500 square metres comprising private communal open space, deep soil landscaping, a children's play area, communal seating, large pavilions for private gatherings, barbecue facilities, and a diverse mix of mature trees and planting. I am also thrilled to announce that Mirvac will now be delivering Linear Park on behalf of St Olympic Park Authority. This park will consist of a herb garden, water features, and various children's play equipment. It is ideally situated right on Pavilion's doorstep to the south of the site. Another piece of exciting news. The St Olympic Park Authority is in the process of tendering for a supermarket type retailer for the 1,500 square metre commercial space underneath Scarlet Tower. This will be the first supermarket within the St Olympic Park precinct. As most of you are aware, Metro West is on its way. Just a short stroll down Victory Drive and you'll be able to catch a train and be in the city within 15 minutes. You can see just how close the station will be to Pavilions. The Sydney Olympic Park Master Plan 2030 is starting to become a reality. Here is an overview of what Pavilions has to offer. There are 696 apartments across 4 buildings, ranging from 9 to 35 stories. Verde consists of 69 apartments over 12 stories. Scarlet, your building, is 311 apartments across 35 stories. Amber is a 9-storey building with 57 apartments. And Indigo has 257 apartments over 23 stories. The basement is 4 levels and has the capacity to house 730 vehicles and enough bicycle storage on site for over 1,000 bikes. There is also a shared loading dock to assist with deliveries and moving in. A gymnasium and community room are positioned on the ground level of Amber for the use of all residents. It is anticipated that these will be available for early settlements of the Scarlet building. Now for a quick construction update. The Verde building is now complete, with residents starting to move in. The Amber building is all but complete. The Indigo Tower is in its final stages of fit out. It is anticipated to be complete in May. As for the Scarlet Tower, with the structure complete, it is well into its fit out and finishing stages. Settlement is anticipated for mid-2020. In the end, it will have taken more than 3 years to complete Pavilions, but many lifetimes of knowledge and skill have gone into its build. Up next is a short video that showcases the experienced team behind your new home at Pavilions.
I'm proud I work for Mirvac. The product that you see when you drive past the Mirvac building stands out to me. You can see the difference.
And that starts from the concept right through to completion.
Everything has been considered. The services are well considered, the way it's going to be built is well considered. Our attention to every little detail and the craftsmanship is what sets us apart.
So we start on the butter paper from nothing and we go through all the stages. We think about every aspect of the design. We think about every single detail.
There's a safety in the way that we operate because we're allowed to challenge each other and we've all got the same focus at the end of the day. Because there's been so many people that have been around for such a long period of time, that when we say that we don't think this is going to stand the test of time, we mean it and everybody respects that.
We
place strong leaders across our construction projects, and that transpires down into ensuring that we get reliability and accountability across our project.
A lot of effort goes into making sure that the delivery is correct, and it's something that we teach all our young guys, that this is not a project that you move on from. That project stays on your resume. It's got your name on it, basically.
Every project has its challenges. It's overcome by the process we follow. We make sure that we've got thorough reviews and we follow our workflows, and there's never corners cut in regards to missing someone out of that workflow, for example. We make sure that we use lessons learned from previous projects to refine the decision making of today.
I'm constantly amazed at the longevity of the people that's been here. And the reason they stay here is the fact that we have iconic projects and everybody is totally proud of what we produce.
I worked in 5 other companies before Mirvac. As soon as I started working for Mirvac, I never thought about changing and finding another job.
I'm second generation Mirvac, so I commenced as an apprentice for Mirvac, working through into a carpenter role, leading hand site foreman, site manager, project manager to my current role.
I've been with Mirvac for 13 years.
14 years.
I've been with Mirvac for 20 years.
22 years.
25 years.
I've been with Mirvac for 35 years.
Thanks, Stephen. I will now take you through the settlement process. Most of the information being presented in this video will be in a settlement guide that will be emailed to you separately, so feel free to sit back and listen as I take you through the steps involved in settling. There are 5 main steps in the settlement process: preparing your finances, receiving a settlement notice, completing a pre-settlement inspection, actual settlement and handover, and the most exciting part, moving in. Step 1. Finance. If you require a loan to settle your new home, your financial institution is likely to require evaluation of the property. The Customer Relationship and Settlement team will send the valuer an information pack about this unique project. We will also undertake an on-site inspection with the valuer if appropriate, and we will provide you with further information regarding this at a later date. In the current environment, banks are reviewing their policies and loans are taking longer to approve. We therefore recommend you start having conversations with your preferred financier now. If you are selling another property or transferring equity from another property or overseas, consider starting this process sooner rather than later to avoid settlement delays. Step 2. Receiving your settlement notice. Settlement is dependent on several factors, including the completion of your apartment, registration of the strata plan, and a receipt of an occupation certificate for your apartment. Once these milestones are reached, a settlement notice will be issued to your solicitor by Mirvac's solicitor. As Stephen mentioned before, we anticipate settlement for Scarlett around the middle of this year, starting with the lower levels first and then moving up the building in a stage sequence. This is all subject to Mirvac achieving the legal milestones previously stated. Your solicitor will advise you when your settlement notice has been issued and discuss when settlement must take place and how much money is remaining to settle the property. Please make sure your solicitor has your current contact details. Step 3 is conducting a pre-settlement inspection. Around the same time that your settlement notice has been issued, the Customer Relationship and Settlement team will call you to book in your pre-settlement inspection. This inspection will take approximately 60 minutes and is your opportunity to see your completed home and check that Mirvac has delivered all the inclusions in your contract in the color scheme you selected at the time of purchase. You will also view your car space and storage cage if you have one. If a pre-settlement inspection is unable to take place, we will notify you of your options. As part of the Mirvac difference, your apartment will have already been checked by the construction team and then again by the Customer Relationship and Settlement team. However, we are more than happy to investigate anything that you feel may require further attention from Mirvac. We will log these items electronically during your inspection and endeavor to have all these items reviewed and closed out prior to settlement. The 4th step is your settlement and the handover. Mirvac's solicitor and your solicitor are responsible for booking the date and time for settlement and arranging the transfer of documents and settlement funds. Your solicitor will advise you of any documents and funds they will require to ensure a smooth transaction. You do not need to be present at the time of settlement. Mirvac's solicitor will notify the Customer Relationship and Settlement team when settlement has occurred. Once we have received confirmation of settlement, you are able to pick up your keys and handover pack from our office on site. The team will contact you on the morning of your settlement to book a handover appointment. Your settlement pack will include all your keys, manuals, and warranties, and an electronic copy of your homeowner's manual. This manual includes information about your building, your bylaws, a finishes schedule, and the list of subcontractors for ongoing maintenance. If you wish to have someone pick up your keys and handover pack on your behalf, you will need to provide the customer relationship and settlement team with written authorization. The fifth and final step, moving in. Closer to settlement, we will provide you with a moving guide, which you can also provide to your removalists or tenants. This guide will include the contact details of your building manager, as well as outline how residents move into Pavilions. Once your solicitor has booked in your settlement date, you can contact the building manager to book in a move-in date and time. We have now finished taking you through the 5 main steps of the settlement process. We hope you found this video informative. If you have any questions on the upcoming settlement of your new Mirvac home at Pavilions, please contact the Customer Relationship and Settlement Team on 9080-8520 or nswcustomer@mirvac.com. Thank you.